All here in my utility belt.
Please have a seat.
Thank you very much.
This is really a thrill for both of us. This is really nice. It's hard to believe. It's been 30 years.
Yeah.
It's our 30th anniversary, and QVC invited me here to help celebrate it.
Well, we're glad to have you here because we are offering for everybody our first item with Adam, the movie video for $13.68 at the 5554. You have brought out the child in every single one of us today, Adam.
Well, you know, we've been really lucky. I've got like 3 generations of fans now. You know, people your ages and their children and the parents too. So I've been very lucky with this show.
30 years ago, you must have been a young actor, obviously, new to the business. Somebody tells you to don a pair of tights and you're going to be a superhero. I mean, what does one think?
What are you saying? It was all because of my legs, right?
Well, you know, they help, Adam. And your voice.
Yeah, that was kind of weird in the beginning to put on a cape and tights. But a lot of macho guys wore tights, you know. Captain Blood, Daffy Duck, I don't know.
Well, the list in the who's who of actors and actresses that you've worked with over the years with the series was phenomenal. And a lot of those are captured here in this movie because all the bad guys, the Joker and the Riddler and the Penguin and Catwoman, they all come together to try to break your spirit. It doesn't work.
Yes, they're really heinous, to use a Batman term. Yeah, we had 4 top villains, including my favorite, of course, Catwoman. And in the series, we had over 250 guest stars. Wow. And we did 120 segments. The movie is something I've noticed that people love because they play it over and over. And they know the dialogue better than I do. People come up on the street and play entire scenes for me. Enough already. I'm not asking for that.
We're going to test you here in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at a clip, and then we'll come back to you.
My favorite scene, the shark fight.
Ouch. Ooh. Oh, it was painful.
Do you remember doing this?
I certainly do. I still have the scar on my knee.
The shark fight?
Sure.
This is great footage. Did you ever get tired of Robin saying holy whatever and then filling in the blanks? He always had a brand new one every week.
You know, it was a great challenge for Burt Ward, who played Robin, because the script writers would put in a holy this or that, and Burt's task was to always reinvent it, you know? And he'd spend half a day trying to come up with a new holy. Holy guacamole, Batman, something like that. But it worked.
It sure did work,
Yeah,
and it's one of the
wonderful.
memorable moments. In the movie, in particular, Catwoman was played by Lee Merriweather.
Yes, who was a Miss America. We had 3 cat women, Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather, and Julie Newmar, with whom I work most of the time. And she was terrific.
Every young lady wanted to be Catwoman. That was just, you know, so much fun.
And every young guy wanted to
Because you just wanted
chase
to go
Catwoman,
Absolutely.
right, to help me, yes.
She was just evil enough to be a lot of fun to watch. The show, did you ever think it was going to get to be the huge success it is? I mean, it's an icon of American television.
Dan, you don't go into it that way. I just made up my mind to work as hard as I could and do the best with it that I could. But I had a hunch after that first week that we had something a little different because it was #1 in the ratings for a long time. And as a matter of fact, I went to a supermarket to buy a steak or something to take to my apartment and cook so I could watch the first night of Batman, right? Well, I got into the supermarket line, and the ladies were yelling at the checkout and saying, hurry, 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 we got to get home and watch Batman. So I had a hunch then that, you know, we may be onto something. And in the 60s, there were the 3 Bs, the Beatles, Bond, and Batman.
Love it. You know, one of the things I think that's so memorable for everybody who saw it and who's wanting to relive it again by ordering the movie is the graphics, the pow, the wham. In fact,
and all that wonderful dialogue, right?
Exactly.
So this is the fight scene on the sub itself.
Yeah, we had a submarine at a ranch near Malibu where they have that pond. the water, the sub could not dive. The water was about 3 feet deep. And it was a bit of a challenge to fall off that sub in that water, and, you know, when you got knocked around. But the thing about Batman, nobody was ever killed.
Yeah, it wasn't ever bloody.
No, it was no slash and gash, and it was an innocent, fresh show, a first of its kind, and I think people responded to that.
How many episodes total did you do?
Pat, we did 120.
120?
That's a lot, considering we're talking about a production run of just, what, a little over 2.5, 3 years?
2.5, 3 seasons, right. And we were on twice a week, though, in color. But I'll tell you, it wasn't easy, those cliffhangers, to be caught in a giant ice cream cone for 2 days or under a magnifying glass. You know, this was not easy.
And every time when they ended the first episode, you'd wonder if you'd get out of it.
Oh, yeah, I wondered, too.
We had faith now. This is neat. We also have some great memorabilia pieces that people cannot get anywhere else. And we really appreciate you coming on the air with these, because this is a part of American television history. We've got 2 plaques for you. Each one is individually autographed. We have 500 of the limited edition Batman plaques signed by yourself, and 250 plaques signed by yourself and Burt Ward playing the part of Robin.
Yes, look at this hand.
I was going to say.
Signing 750.
Do you have a bat pen that we don't know about?
That's right. That's not easy. But they told me that your QVC family might like these.
Oh, absolutely.
So I sat down in one session and did this limited edition in gold.
It looks gorgeous. I think for everybody who's a collector out there, you'll love the fact that they're set on a faux marble background. And then they also have a lucite protecting Batman's picture, and then you have the wonderful plaque on the bottom. So they truly are a collectible that you'll want to display. And there you go. There you can see. And the signature, obviously, then on the photograph.
And Adam, a question that I vowed if I ever had a chance to interview you live, I would ask you, because it's something I always wondered myself. Was there a favorite bat toy, if you will? I mean, you had all this cool stuff to play with. You had the Batmobile, the bat cycle, the bat copter, the bat boat, the utility belt. You had it all. Was there a favorite prop?
I sort of liked the bat shield, you know, that I pulled out of the utility belt, because it started so small, and then, wow, you know, it covered the 2 of us and made us kind of impervious to any harm, supposedly. So the bat shield was fun to play with. And I have a little warehouse with a lot of that memorabilia.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, because people now are, you know, the Smithsonian wants my costume, and yeah, I don't know how this happens. But I guess we're really part of pop culture all over the world. Yep, 500 million people watch every day. Isn't that amazing?
That is great.
Yeah.
Well, I know that we have somebody who's waiting to say hello to you on the air, so we don't want to disappoint them.
For me?
Sure. For you.
Good, I like it.
That's perfect.
Hello, happy birthday to, you know, from the Batcave, whatever.
Mr. West, thank you.
Great to meet you.
This is
my pleasure,
a real honor.
Thank you very, very much for
you.
all of your hard work.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Enjoy this. The movie you need to pick up. If you haven't seen it, get it. If you've already seen it, you want it at home so you can play back your favorite parts. My particular favorite is the shark fight. That's a great movie. And then we also have the 2 plaques available. One signed by both Batman and Robin, and one by Batman himself. These are QVC exclusives. You can't find them anywhere else. And we're celebrating a 30th anniversary of the Batman television show.
Well, I think the commissioner is calling, so
yes, he
53
is.
minutes past the hour. Adam, we'll put you in the Batmobile and send you back to...
Do I leave now?
You can just sit tight. We're going to read the weather and do the news and all kinds of stuff.
I think I'll leave.
We'll be right back. How about some personalized weather?